Eagles and Howie Vision are building much more than just an all-star team. And sometimes, in order to get better, you just don't buy, but you gotta sell. That's why Andre Dillard will remain a hot commodity on the trade block. That's why the Jets might want him. Dallas still stinks. Yo, by the way, King Dingbat here, and hope everybody's having a great day. Hope you guys are doing well. Look at this. Look at this. Do I look like I'm shaking? Do I look like I'm scared? I'm not. Miles Sanders' comments don't faze me at all. What phases me is when Howie Vision does something to make this team better. And trading Andre Dillard may be an option the Eagles will take. Now, we're going to get into it in a second, but before we do that, I got to say, if you're new to the channel, make sure to like. More importantly, make sure to subscribe for NFL daily content, Eagles daily content. It is going to be an epic season, man. I can't tell you how excited I am for this season. I mean, it's June, and all I do is sleep, wake up, matrimonial duties, yell at the kids, go to sleep, and think about the Eagles. That's it. That's it, you know. And I had to turn down a lot of movie roles because everybody thinks I look like, you know who, Denzel Washington. So make sure you subscribe. And if you've been subscribed for a while, just double check, double moonwalk check. Make sure you're still subscribed. You know the deal. You know I love you and I appreciate the support. YouTube can act a little goofy, so definitely double check. Now, in this video, I want to talk about a trade proposal that came from the Jets. From the Jets reporters, from those that cover the Jets. It came from Jet Country, okay? And the Jets are looking to improve their offensive line. They're looking to go after a left tackle. And there was a proposal that I thought was really, really interesting that I kind of wanted to talk about. And it's the Jets acquiring Andre Dillard, okay? Now, this could be really, really interesting. You know, because the Jets, they went out, they draft a quarterback last year, Zach Wilson, whether you like him, whether you don't, whether you think he's the guy or not. It doesn't matter. They drafted him. They need him to be the franchise guy. And one of the things that you have to do when you have a franchise quarterback, you've got to protect him. You have to protect him. I mean, look at Joe Burrow, right? Joe Burrow, rookie year, he gets hurt. He came back and played great last year, but I still think even the Bengals need to upgrade their offensive line. But the Jets, if they want this kid, Zach Wilson, to have any shot, any chance whatsoever to be decent, you better get him some offensive line help, okay? And Andre Dillard, he remains a guy who probably could start at left tackle for a lot of teams. My big single issue with Andre Dillard really has been his inability to play multiple positions. And this is why I believe the Eagles did not pick up his option year for his contract, which means he is going to walk as a free agent. And if I could get something for a guy like that, I try to. But it's got to be a lot because we're talking about left tackle. We're talking about premium position, one of the most important positions on the football field. So you got to get something for him. Now, here's what was said in the article, okay? Because I think this is pretty interesting. It said, trading for a quality offensive tackle has got to be number one priority for Jets general manager Joe Douglas right now. It is time to sound the alarm and pick up the red phone and make a deal. Eagles offensive tackle Andre Dillard is said to be available, and he's exactly what the Jets need. New York needs insurance, and from reports, Dillard is the odd man out in Philadelphia. And listen, we know for a fact that he is the odd man out because Jordan Mailata is that guy. I mean, Jordan Mailata's a beast, man. He's a beast. And as long as he stays healthy, Andre Dillard ain't going to see the field. Unless they think they can move him to guard or something like that. Now, I'm sure you guys have seen the pictures of Andre Dillard. The guy looks like he's in tremendous shape. He looks like a beast, man. He looks like he's ready to have a great year, okay? But he ain't going to play much if Jordan Mailata is healthy. And we hope that he is, okay? So the question becomes, Do you keep Andre Dillard as insurance? You can never have too much depth on the offensive line. This is something that I definitely believe. If you were to lose, let's say, Jordan Mailata and didn't have Andre Dillard, it looks like LaRaven Clark would have to be the guy who steps in. He has been underwhelming, to say the least, okay? But if Jordan Mailata stays healthy, Andre Dillard isn't going to see the field. And I've got to think that the Eagles, if given the opportunity to get a quality pick or a player, that they're going to jump on it. They're going to jump on it. But it's got to be a lot. See, I don't feel like this. I don't feel like the Eagles are in a we have to trade this guy position. They're definitely not. You do not have to trade him. Okay? I don't even care if they don't shop him around. But if somebody's willing to overpay me or give me high value, I've got to do it. Okay? The other thing is Joe Douglas is a former GM with the Eagles. He knows Andre Dillard. He knows Howie Roseman. He knows the Eagles, okay? And to me, he may know that Andre Dillard is the perfect guy for the Eagles to go out and get. So I think the Eagles should talk to the Jets. I'm not saying you have to go and do it. No, of course not. But if given the opportunity to get a lot for him, to get high value, you do it. Because at the end of the day, Andre Dillard, he plays and finishes this year, he walks. You get nothing for him. I hate the idea. I hate the idea with a passion that you don't get something for somebody and they just walk away, especially when it's a first-round pick. Okay? Now, you never know what's going to happen. Mailata could get hurt, and then Dillard comes in, and yes, you have security there. That's a great thing. But if given the right trade offer and the right pick, I would do it. Okay. So and in the article they were trying to talk about what Andre Dillard may be worth, what you would have to offer, and here's what they said: maybe trading Jets receiver Denzel Mims would get it done, or maybe cornerback Bryce Hall, maybe a 4th round pick in 2023? Question mark. Whatever it is, get it done. Now I can say this with a certainty, with 100% assurance. Okay, I am not trading Andre Dillard for a 4th round pick. There is no chance in hell that I'm going to do that. There's no way. I have to get at least a 2nd round pick. If you give me a 2nd round pick for him, I'll do it. But it's got to be at least a 2nd round pick, because I believe Andre Dillard goes to the Jets, he starts. I believe he goes to certain teams, he starts right away. So I have to get at least a 2nd round pick, because left tackle, premium position, one of the hardest positions, to fill. And if you can get a guy who's the anchor for the next 10 years at that position, you got to do it. And I think he would be worth at least a 2nd round pick, because I think he starts on, I would say, over half the teams in the NFL. And they graded him out in this article, and I'll put the link in the description to the article. They had him graded as a really good player, somebody that you can win with. Not a pro bowler, not elite, but a really good left tackle. To me, I think he's a quality starter who, at his top, could still be a Pro Bowler at left tackle. Now, let me say this, okay? Let me say this. If Andre Dillard had the ability to play right tackle, or move around on the line, I wouldn't trade him at all. I would just keep him. But the fact that he can't, I think that if you're given the right package, I think you should go out and you should possibly consider it. But like I was saying, if I'm the Eagles, I'm not going to actively try to get rid of him. But if somebody wants to come and give me a 2nd round pick for him or something like that, I do it in a heartbeat, okay? In a heartbeat. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is everybody is talking about this Miles Sanders, interview where he was basically saying that it feels like that the Eagles are an all-star team, that they're playing on an all-star team. And a lot of people are getting all worked up saying, this reminds me of the comment Vince Young made about the Dream Team. This is like the Dream Team reborn. What is he doing? Why is he saying that? to me, I got two things to say. One, I don't feel like it's the dream team comment. When you say the dream team, you're saying, oh, we are far and above better than anybody else. We're going to destroy everybody. I think that's much worse. Saying that we're on an all-star team just to me says, hey, we got a lot of guys who have a lot of potential on this team. Now, this is what happened. This is what Miles said. I kind of want to go over it. Okay, so here was the question. How different does it feel preparing for the season now that A.J. Brown is an Eagle alongside you, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, and the rest of the offense? Sanders replied, oh man, we all feel like we're on an all-star team. So we feel great. We feel unstoppable. I'm not going to lie, the vibes are great. Always have been. Nick Sirianni is doing a great job just keeping the vibes right. The chemistry is good. We compete a lot in practice, but we've got to see. It's got to come down to camp, taking it day by day, putting everything together. I really don't have any problem with what he said. Okay, if you take the all-star word, the word all-star out, right, and you put, replace it with, we have a lot of upside, we have a lot of talent, we have a lot of good players. Nobody's going to say anything. Everybody's going to agree. You got Cowboy fans and other, rival fans who are going to try to use this and say, hey, look, the Eagles are basically calling themselves a dream team again. I don't buy it. I'm not scared. I like the confidence. I like the fact that they feel that they got that kind of team around them and that, they're building something special. I have no problem with it. Sure, would I rather have not said all-star? Yeah, because let's face it, the whole Pro Bowl all-star thing is a joke anyways. They should just cancel the game. They should just, I think they are going to cancel the Pro Bowl. So, to me, I don't know. I don't think it has anything to do with the Vince Young or it's anything similar to anything Vince Young said or anything like that. I just don't. But, that's just me. He thinks they have a good team. They have a lot of good players on their team. And they got to go out on the field and get it done. That's all he's saying. And I do think that A.J. Brown brings swagger to this team. I think he brings a lot of swagger to this team. So the Eagles are walking around with their heads held a little higher, their shoulders, they're swinging, they're walking on their tiptoes, you know what I'm saying? I love it. No problem with this, I had much more problem with the Vince Young thing. When Vince Young said the dream team, I was like, oh gosh, here we go. But that was just a different circumstance. They were signing a bunch of players. He had just came into the team, and they were all old. They were all like in their 30s. So, I don't know. I don't see this anything like that. Matter of fact, I love it. We got to go out and we got to play. And at the end of the day, you got to go, you got to play. And what happens is going to happen. So, Miles, go out there and back it up. Go have a great year. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. It's how we vision. We're all just living in it. Okay, so a few things that I got to talk about before I talk about the main subject of this post-credit scene. Tinfoil Dingbat members, be sure to keep checking the community posts because I'm going to have a link in there for a live stream tomorrow, most likely 5 o'clock or 8 o'clock Eastern time. We're going to talk conspiracies, so look for that. Throne Room, you should have a Zoom meeting link being posted in the next day or so for Sunday Zoom call-in. So look for that as well. Now, what I wanted to talk about in this post-credit scene was VR. Okay, because I got the PSVR and I got the Oculus Quest 2. Okay, and I've played the Vive. I've played pretty much all of them. Okay, I gotta tell you, Quest 2, I kind of like because it's wireless. I haven't played the wireless Vive or anything like that, but I like the idea that it's wireless, right? But they're saying PSVR 2 is getting ready to come out. I'm psyched about that. But here's the problem with VR. VR could be awesome. It could be the most amazing thing. But until they figure out the movement in which you move, it's going to be a problem. Because not everybody's going to have some big giant stage where it's a moving treadmill. They got to figure out a way that it doesn't make you so queasy when you move around and it feels natural. If they can do that, then truly VR will work. Just thought I had to share that with you. Denzel Washington out.